I'm happy you are here today to practice yoga together, sitting on the mat, taking some time to be with our own self, to bask in our own nectar, to bring all our attention inward and drink in the attention of our own self to ourself, and let the soul replenish us, restore us with our own self-love. And we're going to be practicing Surya Namaskara C, Sun Salutation C. So I'm so excited to practice this with you together. Glad you're here. And let's begin by centering, by feeling the earth underneath us, gently closing our eyes and bringing our awareness into the self. Letting everything in the world go for this time that we're together. This is a time for you. Everything will be there when we're done our class. And maybe we'll have a new perspective on it, or maybe even energetically what we thought was there problems will be solved, or answers will come that create more ease by spending some time basking in the infinite wisdom of our own soul. And we're going to breathe into the belly. So taking a few belly breaths, breathing into that lower abdomen, even below the navel if you can, feeling that prana as you inhale drop down to the pelvic floor, like pouring water into an empty glass of water. And we're going to take a few minutes just diving within, and I invite you to notice what's going on. Scan the inner being. Notice this very intimate part of yourself. Give it some attention and notice that felt sense of the inner being. So taking a few breaths and diving in silence now. And all your awareness in, finding a nice deep stillness of the mind. You simply observe the infinite within. Bask in your own nectar, the nectar of your own beingness. Basking in the bliss. Your true nature. taking this time now where you're centered and feeling still, mind is a little quiet, deeply connected with yourself and your truth, aligned with your highest beingness, and set an intention into your consciousness. Consciousness is open and receptive at this time, continuing to breathe into the belly and send that intention in, making it positive and making it present moment. I have the relationship with my dreams. I have the home of my dreams. I have the fulfillment in my life I've always dreamed of. Setting that intention into your consciousness and taking a few moments to bask in that harvest of this intention. What does that look like? What does that feel like for you, having this beautiful intention manifest fully in your life here now? Be here now with it. And I invite you to breathe, and we'll bask in that for a few minutes. And coming back, we're going to begin to bring the neck forward, feeling a nice stretch on the back of the neck. And moving the head back and forth gently and slowly, feeling a nice stretch on the sides of the neck. And throughout this practice, we'll be engaging our bandhas, our energy locks. Our mula bandha is our pelvic floor. Our kegels, we're going to engage that gently, not clenching like a kegel, but gently. And we're going to feel that lifting up. And it brings us to our Uddiyana bandha. The belly's going to come in and up. And that energy is going to come up. So we can breathe underneath the belly button, underneath the Uddiyana bandha. And then The chin is going to come in and the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. All three bandhas are Mala Bandha. We'll be engaging them as we go through the practice. And I invite you can start some circles now. The head nice and slowly going one direction. I invite you at any time during this practice, you need to stop and rest. It's moving into seated pose, standing pose, Savasana. And if you ever want to hold a pose a little longer, this is your practice. And we don't go into pain. Anytime you feel any pain, back off. We stay in that edge, that we stretch on the edge. We play on the edge, like a 7-ish, where we're not forcing our body. We're not going to hurt our body or pull any muscles. We're going to stay safe in the feel so good zone, but we're exerting some effort. We're stretching. We're feeling it, and it feels good. Let's go the other direction with the head. As you hold that edge, where you're challenging yourself, every day you're going to get a little better. Just a little. And that adds up. In a week or two, you're better. Your body's feeling better, and you're continuing to find your edge and just rest there, putting forth a little bit of effort. Beautiful job. And let's drop the head over to the right shoulder. Feel that nice stretch on the neck on the left side. And then gently bringing it over to the right, dropping the head on the right shoulder and feeling that stretch. Beautiful. And then coming to center. We're going to stand up. You do some pelvic circles standing up. Coming up to a standing position. Feet are hip width apart, or they can be a little more for these initial things. Let's widen them a little. Let's just feel those hips moving into circles. Breathing into the belly. Enjoying being in the body. Move it or lose it. Use it or lose it. But you got to move your body if you want it to be healthy. You got to use it. And keep that vitality. And let's go the other direction. And keep it flexible and limber throughout our entire life. It's our tool, it's our equipment we have for this lifetime, for a blink of an eye. While we are here, we want to take care of this body. It is an extension of our soul, like the temple, the vehicle our soul animates through to have this physical experience. All right, and so let's shake out the body. Let's shake everything out. Shake it out, allowing the whole body to kind of shake and be loose. And the shoulders get into it, and the head. Just want your body to be loose and carefree and healthy. Just moving and just shaking it off, and anything that no longer serves, any density, any fear, any resistance, any suppression that you've held in the muscles, just shaking it off and letting your body be freer and move easier and release any energies that no longer serve. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's do a little twisting. Move that spine, keep that spine healthy and vibrant. Keeping that breath flowing in the belly. Beautiful. And come to center. We're going to do a little crisscrossing. So right hand on left knee, down, left hand on right knee. Swing back and forth. And your hands to your knees. Very simple. This helps to engage that right-left brain, bringing more balance, bringing more cohesiveness between both sides. And let's start bringing the elbow to the knee. And let's go back behind and bring the foot into the foot, opposite hand to opposite foot. Keep that Breathe healthy, connected, beautiful. Coming back to center. Let's do our breath and then move into our sun salutation. Maybe a few stretches on the floor. So we're going to inhale the arms up. This is bringing the energy to ourselves, love to ourselves. Energy out, bringing that love and that energy out to the world. And then bringing our arms up and bringing that love and that energy, surrendering it to the creator, source, universe, God of your understanding. And then we're going to come down, releasing the hands, bending the knees, let the head release. Exhaling down. Okay. Find your pace. One more time. And just end in your forward fold. And let yourself be in forward fold a minute. Taking a few breaths here, noticing the inner spaces within. That vastness, that spaciousness. Allowing yourself to dive into not only the body sensation, but the energy sensations. And sensing yourself as an energy field. Sensing that deep connection on the energy level of all energy that exists. And we're going to nice and slowly coming up. Bringing that lumbar vertebrae nice and slowly. The head's going to be the last to come up. And the thoracics, all the way up to the upper thoracics and the neck. And let that neck just bring the head out. Beautiful job. And we're going to begin in our mountain. We're going to set our foundation. Feet are hip width apart. 2 fists. We'll just check that out. And we're going to feel those feet on the earth. And so we're going to notice that as we go into our mountain, we want to be really grounded and even on our feet. So making sure our weight is equally on the right and left foot. And that our weight is equal on the feet. It's in front and the back, the sides, both sides. And we're grounded. Our foundation is grounded and centered and all set. And then we're going to move into some loops to bring in some alignment. So we're going to engage the calves and shin loop. We're going to feel a lift of the knees and engage the thighs, quadriceps, and thigh loop. And it goes down the quad, down the hamstrings. And we're going to feel pelvic loop as we feel that pelvis come into neutral. I usually need to tuck my tailbone a little because I'm naturally not in neutral as often as I should be. And bringing that belly in and up, feeling the ribs lift in our kidney loop that's coming up the back. And here we are in shoulder loop. It's going to come all the way up to our lips, going back. Shoulders are going to drop back, are going to head back, shoulder blades together, and drop down away from the ears as the energy goes down the back. And then skull loop. The head is lifting up through the heavens. And we're engaging all these loops simultaneously. A very active pose, a lot of alignment here. Helps your body, train your body to be in this best pose so that gravity does not have any effect on you. You be as tall now, if not taller, when you're 102. This gravity has not pulled you down. You're elongating the spine with that skull loop. And let's breathe into this a couple breaths. Three breaths. Fully engaged in the pose. Fully connected to the self. The inner being. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, we're going to be going up into a beautiful, let's go up into a beautiful extended mountain, bringing the angel wings up. And you can go into a little back bend, gazing up towards the hands. And then exhaling, coming up, and we're going to hinge into our forward fold. Stick that tailbone out, hinge at the hips, arms way out or way inside the body. Feel those angel wings come down as you eventually drop and allow the head to relax. And taking a few breaths in forward fold, and if you'd like a block to come down to, that's a nice modification for forward fold. We're just going to relax in this forward fold. My hands are right alongside the feet. I have my thumbs near my little toes. I'm just going to release the head a little bit. I'm going to engage those bandhas as best I can and bring in the prana and bask in the pose. Bring love to your own heart, your own attention, all loving attention. And we are going to lift the head and the heart, adjusting a little, and we're going to take that right leg back behind us. We're in a Ajna Asana, so we're in a lunge pose. So the feet are parallel to each other like railroad tracks. So we're setting that foundation first. See if you can get that back heel down to the mat. And then we're going to set the alignment. So the front knee is going to come right over the ankle. Engage those thighs together. And you can inhale coming up, bringing the arms up. Dropping those shoulders down, squaring those hips. That right hip might need to move a little forward. And engage those bandhas, and let's breathe, being fully present to this moment, ourselves, this pose, ourselves as an energy body. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhaling, bringing those hands back down. Bring the left leg back. We're in our downward facing dog now. Feet are hip width apart. Bringing the hands shoulder width apart. Spreading those fingers a little slight external rotation. Bring that tailbone up towards the sky. Heels down towards the mat. And the thighs back. Relax the head. And shake it out a little. And engage those bandhas, and let's take a few breaths in our down dog. Fully present. All the awareness into the self, the sensation, with love and gratitude. And then on your next exhale, let's move into a plank position. And you can either come down into a low plank, or you can remain in a high plank, whatever works for you. And we're going to bend those elbows, and we're going to move into Chaturanga as we lower the body down slowly towards the mat. And we're going to either come down to the mat or hover over and move into up dog as you bring yourself forward. And let's taking a couple breaths here. Engaging the bandhas. Fully present. One more breath. Beautiful. And exhale back onto those toes and moving back into down dog. Heels are coming down towards the earth. Feet are hip width apart. Fingers spread, feeling into slight external rotation. Tailbone lifting up. And breathe. Diving into the felt sense, the ecstasy of your own being. And on the next inhale, we're going to swivel forward and we're going to bring that right leg up to the right hand between the hands. And you can either take several steps, you can take one giant step, or you can use your hand, right hand, to help that foot up. And you can use blocks here on either side of the front foot if you need to. We're going to move into our lunge on this side. So our foundation is set, feet are still parallel. And we're going to squeeze those thighs together a little and hinge all the way up. Nice micro bend in the back knee coming up. A little balance coming up. Squaring those hips. Bringing those arms up. Shoulders dropping down. Engaging those bandhas. I'll readjust my knee. Pressing my heel back down towards the mat. And let's breathe and be fully present in the pose and fully present to ourselves. Nice deep inhale as you reach those hands up. And exhale, bringing the hands down, and we're going to move back into our forward fold. So back leg comes up to meet the front, relaxing the head down, hands next to the feet, and just relax the head. Taking a few breaths here in your Uttanasana, forward fold. Bringing the awareness and the attention into the heart, into your ever-expanding heart, the ecstasy of your open and vibrant heart. And let's come up halfway. We forgot on the way down, but this is nice to do a half-word fold. Feel that spine just extending away from the body. Head is reaching out away from the body. Taking a nice deep breath here. And exhaling down. Inhaling, lifting the head. Arms out to the side, lifting the heart. Coming all the way up. Hands together. Feeling a nice back bend. And exhaling, folding forward. Taking a couple breaths here. Grabbing the elbows if you like. We're going to move into this next sun salutation with some variations, some different options. You can bring the hands behind the back. Notice what feels good for you. Keep them on the floor, the blocks. And inhaling, lifting halfway up, taking a nice deep breath here as you lengthen that spine. And exhale, folding forward. Shaking out the head. And let's bring that right leg back behind us and let's drop the knee. Let's move into some lunge rocks. So we're going to lunge forward. Feel that hip open. Keep the breath flowing. Keeping the attention inward. Thoughts arise from life in the world. They very well may. When you recognize that, just dismiss them and come back to bringing the attention into the self and sensation, sensing that physical body and that energy body. All the attention inward. And let's bring that lunge back now as we straighten that front leg, bring those hips back, can flex and extend that front foot. There's some beautiful sensations. We're just going to be in our own space as you rock back and forth in these spinal rocks at your own pace, your own rhythm, feeling sensation and spending some time with yourself in silence. These gentle, slow movements, fully present. Engaging the bandhas and breathe. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. Let's bring that left leg back so we're in a table. Knees are hip width. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Spider fingers spread apart a little bit. A little tiny external rotation. Feeling the solidity of that. And then let's move into a cat-cow. So as we move into our cow, we're going to inhale, lifting the head. And we're going to arch that back. Belly's going to come down to the floor a little bit. Tailbone is going to stick out. Shoulder blades are going to go back a little as the head comes up. And engage the bandhas. Continuing to breathe and moving now into cat. We're going to tuck that tailbone under. Begin to round the back. Pressing into the hands a little bit as we drop that head. Looking in towards the thighs or the belly. And I like to exhale in my cat and inhale in my cow. As I inhale, my chest is open. I can fill it with the prana, the oxygen. And as I move into my cat, and I round the back and I look in towards my belly and legs, I close down those lungs a little. It's a perfect time to exhale. And moving back and forth at your own pace for a few breaths. Fully present, alert, fully attentive to the self, the sacred self. Then this next cat, once you get into your cat and your back is arched, begin to bring the hips back down towards the buttocks, towards the heels. Feeling a nice stretch on the low back. Move a little side to side. Keeping that breath flowing, keeping the bandhas engaged if you can. And you might want to make some circles with the hips. Making sure to go both directions. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. We're going to curl those toes under, pressing into the hands, lifting those knees up, straightening the legs into a downward facing dog. And we're going to walk the dog, dropping one heel at a time, lifting the opposite heel. Feeling a nice stretch on the calves. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Fully present. Alert to both the Annamaya Kosha and the Pranamaya Kosha, physical and energy bodies. Beautiful. Coming back to center, moving into your push-up position, and the invitation is to do a few push-ups. My goal is 47, but I don't think I'll get there today. And if you're not wanting to do push-ups or you just want to do one or two, just come down to the mat when you're done. Or you may just come down without doing push-ups and rest on the belly of the earth. Coming one. I just do it until I feel kind of exhausted. My arms feel fatigued, and then I come down. I'm about ready to come down. And resting on the body, turning your head one direction or the other. Bringing your arms to the side if you want to continue push-ups. Please feel free. And taking this time, if you're down on the mat, to really connect with Mother Earth. Send her some gratitude for sustaining the physical Annamaya Kosha. And coming to center, we're going to move into a little bird or airplane, pressing the pelvis into the earth, feeling that foundation set and solid, connected to the earth by the pubic area and the pelvic bone. And as you inhale, lifting the legs, the arms, the head, the heart. Feel that strong physical body. Feel that energy body around you. Engage the bandhas and breathe. And releasing down. Beautiful job. Let's come back and let's move into a child's pose for a moment. Just resting a couple breaths here. Bringing the energy and the attention in towards your own heart. Finding that space of stillness. And coming up to center, we're going to curl the toes under, pressing into the hands, moving up into downward facing dog again. And we're going to move into three-legged dog. So feeling that foundation first, you're going to feel both hands firmly planted in the mat, fingers spread a little bit, tiny external rotation of the arms. Back left foot is going to feel grounded into the earth, back left heel coming down to the earth, and you're going to kick the right leg out behind in three-legged dog. Arms are straight with a tiny micro bend in the elbow. Let's bend that right knee and let's open up the right hip and breathe into this beautiful hip opener. One more nice deep breath. And releasing that foot down. Beautiful job. We're going to go onto the other side. Same thing. Both arms and hands strong. Both hands on the mat. The right foot, drop that right heel down. Feel that right foot firmly rooted into the earth. Kick that left leg back behind. Three-legged dog. You bring it up a little if you like. We're going to bend the knee. Open up the left hip. Engage the bandhas and breathe, fully present to sensation. One more nice deep breath. Nice hip opener and bringing that left leg down. Beautiful job. And we're going to walk that right leg up. We'll take one giant step. You can help it with your foot. Back knee is going to drop down to the mat. That left knee's on the mat and let's hinge forward. Really a nice hip opener on this left side again. Move, make some little micro movements. Really present to the sensations in your body, to the sounds around you. And we begin to lunge back as we bring the hips back and straighten that right leg, the front leg, feeling a nice flexion and extension of the foot. Bringing lots of sensation into the right leg. And moving back and forth in these lunge rocks at your own pace, basking in your own sensations, your own soul, your own present moment awareness. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Keeping that breath flowing in the lower belly. Enjoying the movements, enjoying the body, enjoying the sensations. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. We're going to curl those back toes, the left toes under, lift, straighten that left leg, and walk, step, or jump that left leg to meet the right in our beautiful Uttanasana. And let's exhale as we release down. Nice little yes, no on the head, or micro movements, spontaneous, whatever feels good. If you want to grab those shoulders, and bring the arms to the back. Spending some time bringing all the attention into the self, into the heart. With great love, coming up halfway. And exhaling down. Inhaling, lifting the head, lifting the heart. Coming into our Tadasana. All the way up. Going into our back bend, we're going to do one more sun salutation to breath. So inhaling back. And exhaling, folding forward. Giant angel wings hinging at the hips. Allowing that head to be the last to come down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, coming down. Nice, deep, long breaths. Inhale, right leg back. You can stay in low lunge. You can come up into a high lunge. Exhale, coming into down dog. Both legs back. Tailbone up. Inhale into your up dog. No chaturanga, just a flow. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up into lunge. Low or high. Exhale to Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting the head, lifting the heart. And all the way up into a mountain, bringing the hands in prayer position. Bringing the hands in front of the heart. And the feet a little further than hip width apart so you're stable and secure for very short meditation. Bringing all the awareness into the physical body and noticing the sensations. Feel the grounding. Feel where your legs are, your hips, your torso, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your neck, your head. Bring your awareness now to the pranic field around you, the prana body, the pranamaya kosha. Just as much you as the physical. Noticing all the energy tingling, spiraling, the chakra system, the nadi system, meridians, the pranavayas, and just whatever's tingling, pulsating within you. You may notice your heart pulsating, that vibration moving and expanding throughout your whole body. Take some time to bask in the pranamaya kosha, the energy body. Dive into pratyahara, withdrawing all external distractions and bringing all the awareness inward to sensation. Bring your awareness to the dynamic energy field within you, the power, the life force, the aliveness. Basking in dhyarana, single pointed meditation. The I am mantra, the Om mantra, your personal mantra. And bringing your awareness into, let's bring your awareness into the third eye today. That point right between our brows, center of our forehead. And that point goes in the very center of our skull. And the pineal sits. Single point of focus. And releasing the concentration and moving into dhyana. Pure meditation, uninterrupted flow of awareness. Basking in conscious awareness. And allow that experience, that meditation, to take you right straight into samadhi, where you are everything, yet no one thing in particular. You are everywhere, yet no localized one location. Allow yourself to slip gently into samadhi, pure conscious awareness. Silent stillness. Everything, nothing. Allow yourself to open up to the brightest of light. Begin a nice deep breath. Let's shake out a little bit. Coming back into the body nice and slowly. Shaking out the shoulders. Back into our Anamaya Kosha. And we're going to clasp the hands behind us. Move into standing yoga mudra. Bringing the hands up to the sky, dropping the head towards the earth. And taking a few breaths here as we honor the heart. It's the highest organ, the most wise, the most intimate, the most aligned counsel within us. One more deep breath, extending those hands up towards the sky. Beautiful. Releasing the hands, bringing the hands down to the mat. We're going to come right onto our backs. We're going to move into a nice twist. So we're going to bring that right knee up, right foot on the mat, left leg is straight out. We're going to come up onto that left side just an inch. Bringing the right knee over to the left. Left hand gently guiding the right knee over. Bringing the right arm out, extending it out 90 degrees and turning your head to gaze out over the right fingertips. Moving that spine, twisting it from the cervicals, the upper thoracic, the lumbar. Bringing lots of energy into the spine, cleansing those organs, vitalizing the entire spinal column. And breathe. Engage those bandhas as well and bring that prana in, basking in sensations, your own ecstatic nectar. And releasing the knee, coming so you're flat on your back. We're going to switch to the other side. Right leg is straight out, left knee is up. Coming up onto that right side an inch and bringing that left knee over to the right. Right hand on the left knee. Taking that left arm straight out and gazing the head out over those left fingertips. Engaging those bandhas and breathe and basking in the nectar, the sensations, the physical and energy bodies, ana and pranamaya koshas. And taking one more deep breath. Releasing that right leg. Coming back to center. Let's bring those knees into the chest. Roll around a little bit. And let's bring those legs up to a nice inversion. You can flex and extend those feet for sensation. Let's bring those legs wide. And then a nice stretch. Bring the hands to the legs, the feet. Extend them out even wider. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Fully present to sensation. Bring those legs back up, and if you'd like to just remain in this inversion, if you'd like to come up into half shoulder stand, lifting those hips, bring the hands up and small of your back, and feet are just above the head. Elbows are supporting your body, upper arms. If you want to hinge into a plow, you can do that. If your legs are up, you can even curl the legs in and roll around a little. And if you're in the plow, then bringing the knees in, coming into a little ball, bringing the hands down to the mat, nice and slowly coming down. We're going to move into a fish, so extending the legs out. Hands are face down on the mat. We're going to bring a hand under each buttocks. We're going to snug those elbows and those arms into the body so we're nice and tight. Even the toes are touching. And on our next inhale, pressing into the elbows and forearms, lifting that chest, opening up the heart. Head is lifting up, and then gently bring the head down. So you're resting on the crown of the head or as close as you can be. Engage those bandhas and let's breathe, fully present. One more breath. Inhale, pressing into those elbows, lifting the head. Coming gently down onto your back. Once you're on your back, release the hands from underneath you. And let's bring the knees into the chest. Roll around just a little bit to release and relax that lower back. And spreading those knees open, we're going to move into baby, bringing those feet so they're looking up towards the sky. Bringing the hands to the outer edges of the feet. And let's gently pull those knees down towards the earth, down towards our armpits. The lumbar spine's resting on the earth. And breathe into the belly. Bask in sensation. Bask in the nectar. Bask in the bliss. Your true nature. And releasing that and rolling around into happy baby. Nanda Balasana, just kicking around, having fun, doing what you did when you were a baby, enjoying, moving and flowing in your body. And taking this time too, if there's any pose that you missed or your body was craving, maybe a Baddha Konasana, a supine Baddha Konasana. That's what I'm feeling. Whatever it is, or just stay in your happy baby. And coming back to center, we're going to move into our releases. So we're going to bring the feet down to the mat. Knees are up, feet are hip width apart. We're going to move into our hula. We're going to be swiveling these hips on that sacrum. The sacrum is flat on the earth. Nothing lifts up out off the earth. I'm taking my right hip and it's dropping down to the right heel as my left comes up from my left shoulder pit. And I'm going to swivel so the right is coming up to the right shoulder pit. The left hip is dropping down towards the heel. And enjoying this beautiful release, hula, at your own pace, bringing your awareness inward, basking in those sensations of both the Annamaya, the physical body, and the Pranamaya koshas, the energy body. And breathe. Coming back to center, we're going to move into hip pointers. So my right hip is grounded into the earth. It's my foundation as I lift that left hip up and point it up towards the sky, no diagonal. And that left butt cheek is lifting up off the mat. And I'm going to go to the other side. So the left butt cheek is rooted into the earth. And the right hip points up. Right butt cheek lifts up a little and just going at your own pace, your own rhythm. Keeping the breath flowing, we're just warming down for our Savasana, helping the mind to be still, focused, fully present to the self, to the moment. And coming back to center, we're going to move into some cat-cow flexion and extension on your cat. You're going to feel the small of the back, that lumbar spine pressing into the earth, tailbone tucked under. As you move into your cow, you're going to feel those lumbar, small of the back, arch up off the mat. The back may be still on the mat, but the spinal column is arched up. And continue with some cat-cow flexion and extension, fully present. And coming back to center. We're going to keep those knees up as we walk those feet out wider and wider till they get to the wide edges of your mat. And we're going to drop one knee at a time into the center. Feeling that nice release, that nice stretch. Basking in the sensations. Staying lovingly connected to your heart. And breathe. And coming back to center, we're going to walk those feet back together. Drop the knees over, both knees stacked over on one side. Lifting that top knee, bringing it over to the other side and allowing that bottom leg to follow till it's on top. And repeating, lifting that top leg up, bringing it over to the other side. Nice slow movements, fully present. And continue at your own pace, engaging those bandhas and breathe. And coming back to center, we move into Savasana. Getting yourself comfortable, laying down in a supine position for about a 3-minute Savasana before we finish the practice. Letting your body sink into the earth, feeling the earth supporting your body. And let your mind rest in stillness as you let the entire practice integrate. Body, mind, and spirit. Taking a few breaths into your belly as you begin to come back, wiggling fingers and the toes, stretching out the body. And gently rolling over to one side or the other. And coming up to a seated position. Taking this moment to scan the body again. Notice the inner aliveness, the inner spaciousness. Bask in your soul presence. And bring yourself back to that intention you set at the beginning of practice and drop that into that deep, awakened consciousness, sensing the emotions, the joy of that intention fulfilled. And sending that intention, gratitude, and love, this or better, this or better. Gently coming back and opening your eyes. And we'll conclude with a namaste. In your hands in Anjali Mudra by your heart. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for Ecstatic Yoga today. Please like this video if you liked it, and please visit our website, EcstaticYoga.Studio, for our teacher trainings and retreats. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.